Hello everyone, welcome back to session 4 of our Python programming course. I hope all of you are doing great and more importantly, I hope you practiced everything we learned in the previous sessions. Programming is a skill that improves only when you write code yourself. Watching videos is helpful, but typing programs with your own hands is what makes you a programmer. So throughout today's session, I request you to keep your Python editor open and type every program along with me. So before learning today's topic, let's spend a few minutes revising what we already know. So let's revise. So we are learning Python. As we already know, Python is a high-level programming language and it is easy to read and widely used in artificial intelligence. So let's revise variables. Oh, okay. Oh, let me just write it only. It's too hard to draw. So let's start with variables. So a variable is simply a container that stores information. We already have discussed about it. It's just a revision. Stores info. I'm writing in short, so it will make you understand. So like name is a variable which would store the information of my name, others. Okay, so you get it. Now let's uh, let's learn today's topic. New, start something new. Let's start something new. So today we will be learning about data types. Okay, so today we are going to learn something extremely important. So imagine I ask you one question. What is your name? So let's assume someone answers Aman. Now I ask, what is your age? Then someone answers 19. Now I ask them, what is your height? Then he will answer 5 foot 9 or something. Then I will ask, are you a college student? Then he will answer yes. So did you notice something? I will ask everyone, did you notice something? Then everyone, every answer will be different. One answer was text, like his name Aman. One answer was number, his age 18. One answer had decimal 5.9, his height, and one answer was simply yes or no. Are you a college student? Yes or no. Should Python treat all of these exactly the same? No. Python needs to know what kind of information it is storing. So data exactly why we have data types. Data types helps us to know what kind of information is it storing. Okay, so let me help you understand it more with a real life analogy. So imagine your kitchen, you have different containers. Okay, so containers in a kitchen. Here is an example of data type. So one container contains sugar, other container contains rice, sorry, rice, one container contains salt, and likewise many more. So could you randomly mix everything together? No, right? Because every container stores a different type of thing. Similarly, Python stores different types of data in different categories. Those categories are what we call data types. So let me make you understand more clearly with the diagram. So data Then data has different types. I'm not typing everything so the video doesn't get boring. So, like string, comma, integer, or I would write int in short, float for decimals, and many more. So, likewise, data type tells Python what kind of data it is stored inside a variable. So the definition is very important. So what we learned that data type knows helps us know what kind of information Python is storing in a variable. So now let's learn about our first data type, which is string. So see, string. So let's understand it in our online coding platform, which is or GDB compiler, online compiler. So I am using GDB for helping you all with this. Select the language Python here. Check if it's working. Yes, it's working. So let's start. So let me type here a variable name and store my name in it, other. So now looking at this line, can anyone guess what is stored inside this variable? This variable name. So this variable name stores others, which is a text. So therefore, it it indicates that name stores a variable or no, the variable name stores information of data type string. So like other examples like city. So the variable city stores the information of data type string. So let me run this code print and city. So it is showing Adarsh and Jalendra printed. So the output appears. So whenever we store letters, word or sentence in inverted commas, then Python considers them as string. So if we write here movie also and give example of 3, we use the let digit in string format, but in inverted commas that it will treat it as a string only, not as an integer. Oh, sorry, I forgot to print movie. Now it run. So yes, see, it will print three idiots as it is. So all these are strings. Hmm. Why are so? Let me make you understand why are these quotation marks used. So quotation mark tells Python that this is a text. So now, what will happen if we remove the quotation? Excuse me. If we remove the quotation, then it will show a error. Let's find out what error is it. Trace back most recent call, last file, name error. Name others is not defined. So it is giving us a name error. So Python is trying to find a variable named others, but we never created one. That's why get an error. So one habit every programmer should develop, that after reading the error message, we should not panic. Errors are completely normal. Even experienced programmers make errors. So now what we will learn is what we learn is that our first data type is string and it should always be written within inverted commas. So it wouldn't give any error now. I hope so. It's not working. Let's see. It's not giving any error because it is in inverted comma. So today we understood why data types are needed, what a string is, why quotation marks are important, and we also learned how to identify common beginner mistakes. So this was all for this. So next video we will learn about integers, float, boolean, and other type of data types. Thank you.